Well, here we are again. We have another ELRB ruling. How many of these have we seen? Six, eight, unknown. But has been the case in every single one of these ELRB rulings. Both sides claim some kind of victory. Both sides think that they got the better of it. And so the union members are left wondering, well, who the hell won? The problem with these ELRB rulings is that TriMet is not really compelled to honor any of it. And there's no penalty for the TriMet executives to not honor any of it. And so this is the problem we as union members run into with this is that there's no teeth in the ELRB. I mean, we've seen these rulings over and over. TriMet does not comply, so what do you do about it? You have to go back to court again. So I mean, this endless procession of court hearings to try to get TriMet to do anything. And we know that they are manipulating the process to get what they want. The one big thing that was thrown out here, and when I remember when they started this whole process, was contesting the retroactive payments of healthcare. And if you read the bullshit coming out of Joe Rose and the Tribune, you're gonna read this baloney here. Let me just read to you what's in the Tribune, okay? Because this is really indicative of the TriMet spin doctors and the way they lie about everything. They just lie and lie and lie. We don't get any mainstream coverage. It's just me. On Saturday, TriMet released a much different statement. It quoted Executive Director of Human Resources Randy Stedman, that motherfucking pig, who's a known union buster who was thrown out of Mount Hood College because of his divisiveness, as saying, this ruling reaffirms our contract award and allows us to continue realigning healthcare costs with the market. The market. That means the market is like nobody gets healthcare. That's the fucking market, people. Nobody gets healthcare. Fucking liar, Stedman. In turn, begin putting these savings into service. Look, nobody ever fucking said we weren't going to have this arbitration imposed on us. Everybody accepted that, okay? Everybody accepted that, including me. I accepted that. Union healthcare benefits remain at platinum net level. He actually uses the word platinum level. Complete distortion, complete lie, complete propaganda. Joe Rose has repeated it. The Tribune has repeated. All the mainstream media, who are basically mouthpieces for the liars, the executive class of TriMet, they're all mouthpieces for it. Joe Rose's article wasn't as bad as the headline made it sound, but he uses the same line. Plan under the Affordable Platinum level plan under the Affordable Care Act. With this contract award, we're moving toward financial sustainability, but we have more work to do. Fuck you, okay, Stedman. You're not fooling any of us that are paying attention. You might be fooling the masses of people who aren't paying. You're not fooling us. Okay, now, these articles further go on to say that TriMet had already proposed not paying back the past health care. That's a complete fucking lie. Okay, TriMet always hooked its deal to not have to pay back the past union health care benefits that were received by union members to the union accepting something else. It was always a trade. They wanted the past payments. I will dig up for you the board meeting where they talked about this and proved that they're lying pieces of shit, just like they've always been. They're trying to spin it and saying, oh, we already offered to forget the past payments. No, you didn't. You're liars. And we know you're liars. You were gonna collect that. You're gonna make your best effort to collect those past payments. Well, the ELRB tell you, fuck you. Okay, you're not gonna get that money. And the arbitrator said it. I brought it up myself. I put on my blog how the arbitrator said you weren't gonna get that. Did anybody in the mainstream media pick that up? No. Did TriMet ever mention it? No. Once again, we have the situation where it's us against the mainstream media and TriMet. So anyway, here's where we are now. Okay, so they can't go back and get their benefits. Yes, the health care that we have now is the one that GABA gave us. Minus, we are paying for the increase that was passed along January 1st, when the insurance companies raise their rates, I'm paying $188 a month extra out of my puny. I had a $940 pension. Well, it's now $750, thanks to McFarland's intentional attempt to squeeze the life out of his retirees. He's intentionally trying to destroy our lives, while he himself is making $221,000 a year. So we have what's called here the classic worldwide movement against union workers, where it's us in the minority fighting for what we've earned against this greedy lying executive class and their mainstream media hacks. Okay, we can't get our message out because the mainstream media won't allow us to get our message out. So we're always scratching and clawing. I mean, I can't get the message. Don't listen to me. I've been put off into left field. I can't get mainstream coverage. Mainstream media is well aware of these things, but they're not interested in being truthful. I mean, people that watch mainstream media, you're allowing yourself to be brainwashed because that stuff that they cover on the mainstream media is completely without any factual basis at all. They're covering what the power elite and the executive class want them to cover. This arbitration has now saved us from TriMet's ruthless attempt to get back past payments. It's also, if I've read it right, it means that TriMet also has to continually pay for union representation for employees who are in grievance procedures. TriMet tried to take that away and make the union pay for that, but that's been overruled. They can't do that. They're forced into a situation. They're forced in a situation where they can't do that. So I think it's a victory on both sides.